Hello, I am Octet Triplet, and today I'm going to talk about why I believe that Princess Celestia is actually a princess and not a queen, my explanation for this. Now, before I get started, I'd like to talk about monarchies. Now, the general idea behind a monarchy is that a family line will govern who will be the next leader, or the next political figure in the king or queen. And basically what you have is, suppose a king has an eldest daughter, then after that comes a son and another son. Now, for the longest time, the next eldest son would skip over the queen, as well as all his brothers. However, now, in more recent years, that has changed to allow the eldest daughter to be first still, and not have her brother jump over her. And then, suppose this daughter bears no child at all. Then you would simply digress back and go to her brother, who then would have who then, if he had a child, would be, whenever he dies, the new king. And suppose he bears no child, you jump back again, go to his brother, and if he bared a child, and since he's probably dead now, then that person would be king. And so a monarchy line can be very convoluted sometimes, but that's not the point of what I'm saying. So anyways, there's three types of monarchies, the main three types. The first type being the first type has a prime minister and a head of state who makes all the decisions, and the king or queen generally makes all the meeting with dignitaries, and mostly is there for looks. Then there are some cases where there is a king or queen who does make some decisions, however the prime minister is still head of state. And then after this you have the absolute monarchy. Now in an absolute monarchy, the king or queen can pretty much do whatever they want with no legal repercussions, at least. Now whether or not there will be a revolution is a bit more of a debatable topic. If the king or queen wanted to, they could steal a Ferrari in the middle of downtown, drive 9 miles per hour, and chuck hand grenades out the window. This is, of course, a radical example. And then I believe that in My Little Pony they represent the kingdom with a absolute monarchy. However, I believe that Equestria is just part of a much greater empire, which is centered around, for all intents and purposes, Muffinland, which is ruled by Queen Derpy, whom has two children, Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. Now, suppose that Princess Celestia is the eldest daughter, and so she decides that they both need to learn how to properly run a system, so they don't mess up this giant empire. So she gives them one of the small little states of her empire, Equestria, to learn how to rule under. So anyways, then I can't really explain Cadence, since she'd never become any sort of sister to Celestia or Luna, as far as I'm aware. Though it would make sense if she was some kind of lord and thereby held large amounts of land, aka the Crystal Empire, the Crystal Kingdom, I mean. And so, but even still, Celestia would probably be able to cut off your head for calling her a princess. But anyways, they use Equestria for training, and of course that would also explain why Celestia is just generally sometimes a bit rude. Like, for instance, whenever she's in the Sugar Cube corner, and she's very sort of kind of rude and messes around with people. I believe it's because she's kind of mad with power. I mean, suppose you were given this giant kingdom that you can do whatever you want with, and most people just go up insane like I do with console commands. Thank you for watching my video, and next week I hope to do something on Scootaloo and genetics and whatnot, or if I can finish all the studying I have to do and all the punted squares. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.